This is a video about mouse keys, at least for the Windows Vista, and hopefully this can give you insight how to use it, and hopefully that this works for all computers. So start off, to open mouse keys, you have to hold on to the Shift, the Alt, and then press the number lock key. This on-screen keyboard doesn't do that, so instead I'll have to do it manually. Use the actual keyboard. So hold on Shift, Alt, and number lock. What you just heard was me turning mine off since mine's already on, so I'll have to press that again. Now it turns on. Once you press that, you get this message. You go to ease of access to set up your mouse keys, and move this other way. These are settings I have. It's what I find most useful and best for me. Click apply, turn back on. So first off, turning it on, I always click this on, otherwise it doesn't turn on if you go in here. The keyboard shortcuts, you turn on with Alt left Shift number lock, and that's what I did to turn on. Get the display warning message and the sound to tell you when to turn on and off is useful, or you can look down here. You'll see right now it's off. And here, is the pointer speed. You can change how fast you want. And actually, I'll describe here first. If you hold onto the left control or hold onto control, you can speed up the mouse as you use mouse keys, or slow down. For example, I'm holding to the control right now, and then I can move it. It jumps a little bit. If I set it on high, then I hold onto the control and I click. It jumps a wide distance. Back to where it was. Okay. Before I go too far, the way mouse keys work is that once you have it on, here's a visual representation of your number pad. If you were to click 7, as I just did, you'll see that I am moving top left. If you press 8, then you'll be moving up. 9 is up right. 6 is to the right. 3 is bottom left, right. 2 is down. 1 is bottom left. 4 is to the left, and 5 is actually clicking. So if you click with 5, you actually left click the you actually left click whatever your mouse is on. If you press 0, you'd actually left click and hold on, so you drag things around. And you just click 5 again, or with your left mouse button to cancel that. If you click the plus sign, what this actually does is double click. Most things in Escape aren't able to use double click because it doesn't register, but you can withdraw 2 things really quickly that way, I guess, for use like withdrawing 4 items or something. In any case, these 3 buttons, if you were to click this one, what it does is, as you see, the top right is darkened. So that means when I click 5, that means I use the left click button. If I click this minus, then it's on the right side. Therefore, I'll be right clicking when I click 5, and there's a right click. And if I was to click the asterisk, then it actually has both of them lit up, and then apparently it's able to right click and left click at the same time in some strange way that I'm not very sure how, but that's how it is. It has some uses, but I just never bothered using it. Okay, back to this. So mouse keys when number lock is off. That way you actually can use your number keys and display it so that you'll know it's on. By turn to one left click. Okay. So what I have for this top speed is 2 to the right, and for acceleration I have a maximum. Acceleration isn't the main point, but so that's why you can just leave it on max. But I have it 2 to the right because it allows me to do this. I don't have to control, it jumps. So I right click and I press 2 and drop down to drop, and I click 5 and drop it. There are other settings. Well, actually, in order to get that to work, you also need combination with your mouse properties and your pointer speed. You have to be to the one left of the fastest, and that's what I use to make it. Okay, it's gone. So with 2 to the right, you'll have drops down to 2 options. You're to have it on here, just 1 to the right. Click apply. Then you would jump down 1. So this can be useful for, I have no idea what, but I'm sure something. And if you have 3, did it work? Yep, if you have 3, then you'll drop down to the 3rd option. It might continue doing that, but eventually might no longer follow that way because it's not exactly proportional. Oh, sorry for that. Anyways, back to number 2, my favorite location, because I use to drop items quickly. And done with this. So with this ability to drop with mouse keys, you supposedly are able to click 2, click 5 drop, click 2, click 5 drop, click 2, click 5, and you'd be able to drop the whole column, but I never managed to do that, so I never bothered trying anymore. Instead, what I do is I click 2, I click 5, I click 8, so it returns my mouse back to its original location, and then I just move it across again, 258, 258, 258, 258, and just like spam 258 as it goes across your mouse and hoping you don't mess it up, which I apparently am doing. So just try that one more time, and that's a pain to pickle. In any case, I prefer this method over column dropping, because if you do that way with mouse keys, your mouse should the arrow would be at the bottom, but your hand location of the mouse would be like, say, the center of where you generally put your mouse. So then you have to raise your mouse back up again, your arrow back up again, but then your hand will be too high, so therefore you have to lift your hand and then drop the mouse back down to some other location, and you have to keep doing that, lifting up the mouse, moving around. So instead I just click 258, so 258, 258, 258, and just keep doing this until I'm trapped down. I'm not able to talk and do it at the same time because I can't really think what I'm doing. But yeah, that's pretty much the summary of it, and how you use it to drop items quickly.